Hey friends, it's Jody. I'm back with another tutorial. So we are going to use blooming branches, and I think that we're on our last legs for this one. I will probably do a really simple necklace, but first I want to do a pair of earrings that using these guys. And I know there's a lot of you who are super creative out there, but the only thing I can think of is to get some curb chain and because I'm not good at like bead weaving or like wire wrapping like you guys probably are, and you can do something stunning with this. I'm going to do something that I know I can do, and I'm going to make it turn out good. So plus it'll be a nice big dangly earring for me, and I'll really enjoy that. And it'll be simple too for you guys to do if you're kind of stumped on them and not really sure what you want to do. I thought about using them for like a link in a necklace, but I feel like I've done that a lot lately, and I just really want to use both of them. So I think I want to go ahead and do these as earrings. So I have everything out right now that I want to put together for the earrings. And then when we're done, I'll clean up my mess with this. We'll do the necklace that I want to do, and then we can go ahead and do our showcase. So that should be fun. We're going to go ahead and do that right after we're done with our earrings and our necklace on here. And I have a feeling, because there's quite a bit, like I've lost track of everything that we've made together on the tutorials with this bead box. I think it's been quite a bit. So I'm going to go ahead and turn you around and we'll get started. Okay, so I have everything laid out. I went ahead and cut the chains in several different lengths, making sure I had matching chain for each side. And this would be totally up to you on how you want to do it. But these are the lengths that I have. So I want them to kind of be like cascading chain drops. And so I also have a couple of jump rings. I have a couple ear wires that we're going to use. And I pulled from my stash some spacer beads in case we need them. And I have some more of those petal bead caps. And we're just going to go ahead and make this pretty. So let's get started. So first let's do one of these little silver guys. And we're going to use our little bellflower. These are the last two I have left. And I wanted to see what it would look like if I put a bead cap on top of it. Oh, that actually looks really cute. It looks adorable. All right, so we're going to do simple loops here because these are just going to hang right from our chains. Doing a lot of simple loops lately. We'll have to do some wire wrap loops eventually. Maybe my next project will have some wire wrapped loops, but right now we've been doing a lot of simple loops. There we go. And I'm just going to make what I need for each earring so far. We're going to make sure we take advantage of using these bead caps to really add some extra oomph to our design. So I think I'm getting quite a few videos in there for Chris so that he can, at his discretion, release them whenever he's ready. And I plan on doing some more next week. So I'll try to take advantage of my evenings. Tuesday night we have a date, so I won't be doing anything Tuesday night. But definitely I'll try to do something Monday evening and Wednesday evening. And then since I'm off Thursday, when I'm done cleaning the house and packing, I'll probably sit down and maybe do another video. And that'll be my last one until I get back from vacation. So we need a total of 4 here. And I do want to just do kind of one of these little tiny ones by itself. So here's some that we're not going to need. Okay, there we go. All right, so I think what I want to do is I want the smallest one to have this guy on it. And then this one would have this. This one would have this one, and this one would have that one. And I'm just going to lay them out like that because I want to kind of keep track of how I'm doing these. I'd like them to be the same on both sides. So let's go ahead and do the bellflower. And I use the bead cap there. I think this is going to be my last video of the night because I got to do major cleanup in this room to have it ready for this week. So there's that one. Then let's do our bead cap and our purple one. This was a really pretty box. There was a lot in it. It was very pendant heavy though. That's the only thing I wasn't really thrilled about, is that there were so many pendants and I just didn't really want to do that many pendants, I guess. But I will definitely have them in my stash so I can use them at a later time when I want to use them. So it's definitely still a good thing. I love having things like that in my stash, that if I'm looking for something in particular to go with something else that I'm thinking about, I can go to my pendants and my my focal beads and my focals and see what I have and use it for that. So it's not a downside, definitely. I mean, it's definitely a good thing. It's just it was very very focal heavy. And I'm not usually that into that many pendants. But it did push me outside of my comfort zone to try to incorporate as many of those items into my designs as I could. So that's another plus. I really enjoy having to think outside of the box for some things, and not all things, because a lot of this was real easy for me to do things with. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely a beautiful box. Very, very beautiful. All right, so now we have all those. Let me just pick up my mess as we go so it doesn't take me as long. And then we can go ahead and attach them to our chain and then attach everything together. The pair of earrings that we did, well, definitely does not take very long to do. So let's go ahead and attach those to our chain. And I wanted to use this curved chain because it seemed like it kind of, the larger openings went together with this, like so much better, I thought, than the other really fine, dainty chain. But that other chain is really beautiful. And I had never worked with anything like that chain. So that was another thing that was really kind of difficult for me to get used to. But I still have plenty of it left, which we'll use some when we make our necklace. But yeah, I mean, it's really pretty. And I'm thinking about it. I think I'd like to do a two-strand necklace. So one with having beads on it, the shorter one having beads, and the longer one having the chain and the pendant. And I think that would be really, really pretty. I think that'd be stunning. So that's what we're gonna shoot for. I'm thinking about it as I'm making these, because when you're making earrings like this, I don't really have to think about it too much. So it's kind of nice to just be able to, just go ahead and make something, or think about it while I'm making something. All right, so what I'm doing here is I realized that my earring is going to hang a certain way, right? So unless I want to add a bunch of jump rings, which I don't, it would hang like this, okay? So I want to put this on as well. So let's go ahead and get all of our dangles here, because we want these to hang on the front of the leaf. Okay. then we can close that up nice and tight. Put that on our ear wire first, and then our leaf. And then close up our ear wire. And there's our one earring. So it is long. It's going to be a shoulder duster, but I like that. I think that turned out really cute, and I think it's going to look even better on. So once I'm done here and we're done doing the necklace, I'll try those all on for you guys. Oh, come on. I think I got opened wide enough here. There we go. There. So we just got done having dinner, and the boys cleaned up dinner messes, and they're walking the dog, and I decided to duck in here really quick, finish my last tutorial for the night, and that way I had time to get in the shower, wash my hair, and come in here and just kind of straighten up and put away any messes and get ready for the next month, because we know it happens fast, right? Like it just, it seems like it happens really fast. Like we're all fine and dandy and making all kinds of pretty things, and all of a sudden we have like a bunch of new stuff that just rolled in, and you're like, oh, okay, well, I guess I need to, I guess I need to get it into high gear here. I like to try to make sure that I'm doing the bulk of the jewelry from a box in the month that it's meant to be done in. So at least the unboxing and maybe one design. I mean, otherwise I know that I can carry it through to the following months. All right. And that one, and then let's close that up. Okay. And now we want to go ahead and put on our ear wire. Hang our little dangles first, and then our leaf, and just close that right up. And there's our earrings, and I think they're really quite cute. I think they're adorable. All right, you guys, I'm going to get this kind of taken care of, get this stuff together for the necklace, and I'll be right back. Okay, everyone, I'm back. So I have with me, I cut this chain down to 25 inches, and that's going to be my longest length, and that's going to have our pendant on it, and that's really going to be it for this, that part of it. It's going to be just a simple chain with our pendant on it, and then the second strand is going to be a beaded strand. So let's just go ahead and put this one on right away and get this one out of our way. And we'll put our jump rings on and everything too, just to have it done and ready. There we go. You know, I saw this chain for sale on Beadbox Bargain's website before, and I don't know if it was the same size, but I kept looking at it. I'm like, how would I use that? How would I use that? And I'm so glad that they ended up putting that style in the box. I think I saw it in like a copper, and I was really attracted to the chain. I thought it was beautiful, but I wasn't able to picture how I would end up using it. So I'm like, well, you know, let's just wait and see. All right, so I'm gonna close up that side. Okay, that side's closed. And then let's do this one. And I thought it'd be really nice to have the little heart toggle. I think these came from Beadbox Bargains too, maybe during one of their sales or something. I think that's where they came from. I don't remember getting them otherwise. Pretty sure it's where they came from. I do order a lot from there. I kind of have myself on a little bit of a freeze right now because I have stuff coming to me like crazy. As a matter of fact, I jumped on a live sale today, and I'm like, nope, Get back off there. All right, so we have that one ready, and we can just lay him across the top. And he's ready to go. So here's our wire, and let's get our beads out, and let's see what we have left. So I have some bead caps, and I have some spacers for my own stash there. Those little, like, disc, like flying saucer spacers. And I have our crimp tubes and our wire guardians. So here's what's left of the violet beads. And then we have these large pink crystals, which are really pretty. We still have a full strand of crystal bicones, which I think we'll end up using some of them. I haven't even opened the strand yet. Oh, here's two more from our earrings that we didn't use. We have two of these purple guys left. And then all we have for beads are these little teeny tinies. So that's pretty awesome. Like this, we pretty much used this entire box. So let's see how, because I think how I want to do this, there's an odd number of those. Let's go ahead and start with one of these spacers. Put one of these on. I want that pink to be just kind of front and center. We'll put a bead cap right there. Put another one on. And a bead cap on top of it. Another one. And one of those spacers. Okay. So we have that pink just kind of front and center there. Very sparkly, very pretty. All right, so we don't have a ton, do we? Let's just use these purple ones right up because they're last two, and we're gonna put them right in here. All right, just like that. And then let's see what we have for the little teeny tinies. So we have some white. Just want to kind of separate them out and see what we have left in here. Okay, so there's 6 white, there's 7 white, 8. I tell you what, let's do this. So I want this to have kind of like a space in between, but to be filled with beads. So let's do white. And since we have an even number, we have 8, let's do 4 on each side of the purple. Oops. Okay, and our last one on that side is number 4. Okay, perfect. All right. And then let's do the 4 on this side. I feel like I'm kind of having easier time seeing today. There we go. Okay. All right, so that looks pretty. And now we have, let's see, 5. We have 11 of these. So let's kind of do like what we did here. So I have some more of these spacers. Let's do one of these spacers. Let's do a purple, a bead cap, purple, another bead cap. Whoop, I just flung that one somewhere. I have no idea where it went. I'll find it later. There's our bead cap, purple, and a spacer. All right, and then we'll do the same thing over here. We need that spacer and purple bead cap, purple bead cap, another purple, and a spacer. That looks cute. Okay, yep, I like that. I like that a lot. That looks good. All right, so then let's go ahead and use up these because I really want to use these. If these stay a full strand, I don't even care, but I know we'll end up using them because we're going to need something to fill in the back part of it, so it's fine. All right, so now that we have a spacer there, oh, you know what? We have some purple ones. So let's do 4 of these purple ones on each side. I do want to use some of these teeny tiny ones for like a little division on the necklace. There we go. And then let's do 4 more of those little light purple ones. I think April, I mean, so far, like I think all of April's boxes that I have opened and done stuff with were fantastic. Like I love them all. They were so great. And this one, I mean, I'm using like almost all of it. And it's crazy like how much of this I'm using. Okay, so for this one though, we're gonna do this a little bit different. So we're gonna put that bead cap on top. I did a spacer right after the purple. Let's put that bead cap right there. Let's take one of these little peach ones that we have. Put it right after there. Put another bead cap on facing the opposite direction for our other pink one. And then a spacer. Okay, that looks cute. I like that. Very different looking. So now we can move on with the spacer and our bead, a bead cap, these little peach guys, our bead cap going the other way, our last disco ball, which is what it reminds me of, oh, and a spacer. All right, so that's what we have so far, okay? And I really like that. I think that's gonna be really cute. So now we want to go ahead and, like for the spacers, I only have 2 left. So we may switch some things up a little bit. So let's do this. Instead of going in with these little babies, let's not. I can put those back into my stash if I need to. Let's do these purple ones. So we're just gonna go right into the purple, but I wanna do the bead caps the same way. But this time, let's use this blue color. Really get all those like floral colors out, all in those beautiful wildflower colors going here. And then we can use a spacer and we'll just end up having one like hanging out left over. Let's do the same thing here. And maybe we'll use more of the babies back here on top somewhere, but for now, I think we'll just keep them closer together now at this point. I'm just looking for a lot of dimension in this part of the necklace since the other part is pretty simple. It's on the simple chain. There's not a lot of stuff going on with it. So like I said, just very simple. So I want this to be a little bit more like va-va-voom. All right, so that's what we have here. And then let's open these bicones because it looks like we are going to need them. But I don't want to just string a bunch of bicones all the way up. So we are going to definitely use more of those little baby beads. But I also have some like just little round ball spacers that I would like to use as well. So I'm going to grab those. They're right here on my desk. So take these off. I'm just going to take the whole thing apart here. So I'll store them in a baggie. And we got one little guy left on here. And these are a good sized bicone. I mean, they're not the itty bitty little teeny weeny ones. These are very sparkly and very, they're big, good size bicone. There we go. All right, so starting from there, let's, oh yeah, I said I wanted some of those spacers. Let's see what all we have in here. We got some flatter ones too, but I really want to use the round ones. So let's start with a bicone. And let's do a spacer. Let's do one of these little purple guys. And a spacer. And a bicone. Okay, that looks good. Okay, that looks really nice. I like that. So let's do the same thing over here. Let's do our bicone, spacer, little purple bead, the darker one, and a spacer, and our bicone. Okay, we're getting somewhere. So I think that if we just keep like repeating a pattern like that, it would end up looking really good. So, and like I said, I do have some of these flat ones here that I think we could utilize too. I always seem to have an odd number, but I don't right now, so that's good. So let's do one of these flat ones. And let's do the bicone, ball spacer, putting a lot of metal into this one. Let's do one of these light blue ones. And another ball spacer. And a bicone. Very nice. Yeah, I like the way that looks. I like the way that looks really good. All right, and then let's go ahead and do this. It's almost like you feel like you have to, like I feel like I have to dress up a bicone, and I don't know why. Bicones are the most intimidating beads for me. And I know a lot of you are probably like laughing at that, but everybody has like their favorites, and bicones never have been, but I've been trying to use them a lot more in my designs. I don't use them all the time, but I've really been trying hard to use them a lot more. All right, so now we can start our next round. And we'll do this bicone and our ball. Let's do this peach color, our ball spacer, another bicone, and then we'll do the same thing on the other side. I really like the opportunity to use those little colored beads in between. I think that it gives it just kind of a different look to it, you know? I really like it. It's just absolutely nothing. I have no idea what that is. Okay. All right, so we need one of these little peach ones. Get on there. There we go. And our bicone. All right, and now we have our last two flat spacers like these. So let's we're gonna make our last run on here. And I think that we will be pretty much done with that then. And for these, we'll use the light purple because we have not used the light purple up in this part of the necklace. So let's do that. Okay, and let's do this side and see if I agree if that's where we stop, because I think I will say that's where we stop. But let's just test it out and see. And a light purple. There we go. Whoops, I forgot something. Forgot the spacer. And then the bicone. All right. I kind of feel like this is good because I'm going to need that little bit of room here to to finish off the ends. But look at how sparkly it is. It's very, very sparkly. So let me just grab one of my little trays and I'll just scoop all these up real quick. I mean, this is going to show you what I have left from the box, and it's not a lot. And I'm not going to include like bead caps because those just go back to your stash pretty easily. You know, it's not a big deal. I mean, these will too, but this is all we have left. Literally all we have left. Okay. All right, so let's finish off our ends. And we need our crimp tube and our wire guardian. And we're going to end up doing jump rings because I want these to kind of be able to sit like kind of, you know, freely on my body. And sometimes I feel like if I'm doing this straight, like if I'm doing just one strand necklace, like, yeah, I'd put it right on the little thing. But for something like this, when it's a double strand, I don't want to just hook this right through my clasp. I feel like it'll lay better if I do it this way. That might not be accurate, but I feel like it will. Okay, we got our crimp done, and then we can just feed that through these beads here. I'll at least go through 2 of them, and then we'll trim some of this off. All right, because I won't go through those little teeny tiny ones twice. Okay, so that's trimmed off. And we'll just scoot this all down to the one end, like so, and do the same thing on this side. Somebody had mentioned to me, like, you know, laying out a pattern first, and it's really logical, but for me, most of the time, the pattern's just kind of like, once I get it started, I just know what I want to put next. You know what I mean? There's only been a couple times that I'm like, nope, that doesn't work. Nope, that doesn't work. Most of the time, I start stringing and I see my pattern laid out before me, you know, in piles of beads. But I have been trying to lay some out. I'm not using the bead board or anything very much, but I do try to lay some things out just to see how I think it would look together. Like I said, I don't do it all the time. Like I didn't do it with this one. I just went for it and it ended up with a really cute pattern. So, I mean, it works for me and it doesn't work for me. I mean, it just doesn't really matter. Even if I laid them out and started stringing it, I'd probably be like, oh, I don't like that, and redo it anyway. But it is it's a very logical thing to say, and you are absolutely correct that that's probably the best bet for most people, including myself sometimes. So it was a good suggestion. All right, there we go. Okay. We got that. All right, so let me just pick these up real quick, and I'm going to scoop them into my little bag here, and we'll get the rest of this put together, and I'll get it tried on, and we'll do our showcase. Every time I say showcase, I think of a showcase showdown, like on The Price is Right, and that's totally not what it is. Okay, so we need that. Do you guys remember that, staying home sick from school, and you had like your kid television lineup, like, you know, I think we've had this discussion before. Like, I would watch Facts of Life. I would watch the Jeffersons were always like a big one. They cracked me up, and Different Strokes was good. And then the game shows would come on. Like, I remember watching like Card Shark, and then right at like, I think it was 11, from 11 to noon where I lived anyway, is when The Price is Right came on. And I was obsessed with that show. I wanted to be on that show so bad, and I would always like, you know, try to guess right and everything, and I'm sure I'm not the only one who did that, but yeah, it was my favorite game show. All right, so now I want a couple like bigger ones here. Did I not put it? Oh, I did, okay. I want just like 2 bigger ones to hook with the same size. That'll work. All right, so I'm gonna hook both of my strands on it. Let's get this laid out here. All right, so we have this one, and we have our strands, and then we have this one, and we have everything right there. So I think this is gonna look cute. I'm hoping for the best. All right, so let's go ahead and open this guy up and get everything on that we need to get on. So we have that one, and then that one, and then let's put our one toggle piece here. And then we'll just get that closed right up, like so. And then we'll do the same thing on this side. Okay. Start here, and then here, and then our toggle. All right, so there is our necklace, you guys. It's cute. I think it's going to be really pretty on. So I will go ahead and get this and the earrings on, and I'll flip you guys around, and then we'll get our showcase done too. I'll be right back. Okay, first things first, here's the earrings. I think they turned out really cute. I like the dangles. I like how you can still see the little silver leaf in the background, very pretty. And then I like the way this turned out because this is almost like a little choker where you look like you genuinely took two necklaces and put them together and just layered two separate necklaces with your outfit. And I think it looks really pretty. This is dainty and this is, you know, kind of fun and a little bit funky. Got the crystal balls in the middle or the disco balls in the middle, and it's just really fun. So I hope you guys like this one too. Stay tuned because I'm going to get everything cleaned up and get everything set up for our showcase. And we're going to see exactly everything that we made with the bargain bead box Blooming Branches. All right, guys, I'll be right back. Okay, here's the set we just made. So there's our earrings and our short necklace, and then it just goes down into our really long, beautiful pendant. And I think this one turned out really, really cute. And I really enjoy the colors and on this one, and I really like the earrings the best. So let me go ahead and grab the next set. Excuse me as I move stuff around here. Try not to make a big old mess. All right, you get to see just the back of my tray. All right, and then we had this set, and if you remember, this one we used the sari silk for the tie in the back of the choker, and this was done on the memory wire, and we did these cute little earrings with it, and they both have a Tree of Life charm hanging from them. So a lot of options for dangly. Just this one was a lot of gold and purple, and not gold, but like the citrine and the purple and the green. And I think this one is probably my favorite set of everything I've made. All right, let me grab the other stuff and I'll be right back. Okay, and then next we used both of the toggles that came in this set, and we did a bracelet and we did a necklace. And I think this one turned out really pretty too. We used a couple of the large bead caps or tassel toppers from my stash to give it like a little pendant, and to give this one like a little spot to put a bunch of little dangles and charms. So I think that this one turned out really pretty too. And again, just so many beautiful colors used in this set. All right, I'm gonna pause this and I'll get the next one out for you. This one was kind of like a standalone piece. So it had some bright fuchsia in it from my stash that I brought in because I just wanted that extra punch of color in it. I wanted that other brightness to come to this necklace just to make it a little bit different. And then we used that Tree of Life and we hung a bunch of dangles on it and some little leaf charms that I had in my stash as well. And I think this one turned out really cute. So hold on one second, and we got one more thing left to show you, and I'll be right back. Last thing I made were these two really cute stretch cord bracelets. I did them just as they were, the beautiful gemstone and synthetic gemstone that they are. And I wanted to add something to them because I thought that they needed something other than just be a bracelet. So this one we ended up using one of my chrysanthemum beads, and I think that turned out really cute. And then this one we ended up using one of my little birds. And I've worn these bracelets several times and they're just really adorable. And I've gotten a lot of compliments on them. So I just want to say, all in all, we did 1, 2, 3, 4 bracelets, 1, 2, 3, 4 necklaces, and 2 pairs of earrings with this set. So not bad at all. All right, guys, if you're wanting to subscribe to this and you have not yet, all the information you need will be in the description part of this video. Head over there, use the link I've provided for you, and use Jody2 to get $2 off your first box. I hope you guys enjoyed this whole series. I think this was a beautiful month. April is always one of my favorite months because it's like a new beginning, right? So all the trees are getting green and it's just beautiful. All right, everybody, I hope you have a blessed evening. I'm done now with this stuff for the rest of the day, and I am going to do some self-care. Much love to you all. Talk to you soon. Bye.